Sure, you first said that. Go ahead. First of all, I appreciate your commitment to the church and the desire to reform the church. I think that we should obviously all have that desire, and in fact, I think that is in fact what's driving this conversation with you. It's our desire to keep this teaching out of the church because we believe it's really dangerous. But in the spirit of desiring to be one with one another in Christ, I would like to ask you the question then, what can I do to win you to my position?
Okay, I would say that, first of all, you need to go further than state the arguments that have always stood for the subordination of women in the church. And I use the word subordination, not submission, because they are two different words with two different meanings. But anyway, okay, because those are the arguments I have engaged with in my writing. You need to engage with what I have said, all right? With show me how these things do not conform to the gospel. Show me how they do not conform to the five solas of the Reformation. Show me where the Bible, with its central message of the gospel, teaches something entirely different. Or tell me where my arguments go astray. Don't just tell me, oh, no, this is what we've always believed. And I do not find people doing that. And frankly, you have not done it either. You come back with your questions and so forth to the tried and true arguments for the subordination of women. And that is what I have engaged. And so I would appreciate, authentian in 1 Timothy 2 is used only once in the New Testament. That's a Greek word. Is that true? Would you give me that? Is that true? Yes, I'm asking any of you. Have you looked it up? Am I right on that or not? Okay, I'm correct. All right, does that make that a less clear verse then? Just in whatever small regard you see that, because then Scripture cannot interpret that particular word of Scripture because it's used nowhere else. Would you give me that?
They are to be silent. So that gives further explanation within the verse itself as to what Paul meant with regard to exercising authority. Again, our contention here is that this verse is not as unclear as you make it out to be. And throughout the history of the church, many godly women would agree with that this is indeed a clear passage. Daniel Cook has said that your teachings are dangerous, and maybe that sounds like a strong word. I think there's a sense in which we even differ over the ministry of the Lord Jesus Christ and what he came to do. He came to save his people from their sins. That's why he was to be given the name Jesus. That's Matthew 1:21, if memory serves. And if I'm understanding you, Mrs. Stegall, your argument is that Jesus came to overcome the curse of inequality between slaves and masters, between rich and poor, between historically oppressed groups of people, including women, relative to men. I would argue these are very different views. They are not the same.
Yes, Derek. I agree with what you're saying. Of course, Jesus came to save us. But part of that, and it's Scripture, Jesus came to redeem those who are under the curse. And so, the curse is part of it. Okay, it's not the whole ball of wax, of course. I understand that. And I also, I think it was Daniel who asked me the question, how can I become convinced? Well, someone needs to interact with me on the things that I have brought forward. I have interacted with the things that you have brought forward.
Well, actually, in all fairness, Catherine, Daniel Cook wrote a 40-page critique and response of your book, and you've never interacted with him on that.
Yes. Okay. All right. That's good. I have that right here in front of me. And I have read it. I'll have to admit that I wrote a book, so going over this item by item I would need to, I guess, write another book. Generally, Daniel, I would say that instead of interacting with me on the principles that I've brought forward, you have looked at various quotes and found them wanting in one way or another. And I guess I would begin. Okay, Daniel, I'm sorry, but this gave me an overall view of your point of view when the very first disagreement you had with me was about my dedication of the book to my parents, and you saying that my father was wrong in saying that we are to submit to one another. And you say that's contrary to 1 Peter 3. Well, it's in the Bible, okay? It's in Ephesians, submit to one another, and we are told to submit to one another many, many times. So, yes, of course, it just,
Here's the problem, Catherine.
yes.